since we're into August, but we really need to capture July as well, we really need to do two files per clinic. We need to do one for July and then one for August. Normally you wouldn't do this, but we need to capture, the time frame for both. Okay, and then batch and download. Okay, and you won't need to do anything with this file. It's already set to P, so you can just minimize that. So do that again and change your date range to 8/1 to today. Oh, sorry, I needed to have you refresh that screen.
Oh.
Laurie, do you think they would be safe in doing in overlapping since it's actually starting from 7/1?
To go through today?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so, it's so hard to know what.
Yeah.
To be safe, I say let's just do two.
Yeah,
Normally,
two separate ones.
Yeah. Moving forward, you like when you do one, maybe next week. Just stick in the month of August. But basically, we're just trying to put eligibility from since you guys went live.
Right. Okay, and download. All right, and you're going to do the same for the non-native. Oh, sorry, refresh. We actually have a ticket in to get that fixed, but
it's not yet.
I understand.
And I am recording this, by the way. You probably got a notification, so.
I did.
Okay.
I appreciate it. It does help.
Yeah, it does.
All right. And then, yep, refresh.
Refresh.
Good job.
I mean, it's pretty easy to use. It's just.
Yeah. Okay. So we should have ended up with 4 files. I'm only seeing 3 down there.
Well, one of them's open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and close that one because we're going to upload it.
Okay. All right. So let's just go to OHCA now and get these uploaded.
So file exchange, upload.
Yep. Upload, and you're in your native location. It looks like the F location.
Yeah.
All right. So eligibility inquiry. And we're going to find the 2 files for the native.
Which would be the first ones I did.
Well, you can see that little, you can drag that where it says date modified over so you can actually see the names, the column, to go to the left, the one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Left. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Can I do more than one?
No, because you have to actually name each one.
What did we say we were naming them?
Native, ELIG, and then the date. And that just lets you know the date of the file, what clinic, and then it's an eligibility file. And write down that transaction ID number.
862-5219.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll choose your next file.
Yeah. 8625224.
And you can name those, this actual save as file name, you can, whatever naming convention makes sense to you guys, that's totally up to you. We just don't want you to rename the actual file that you're sending. Okay,
Right.
so now you'll log out of this location.
Okay.
And go to your G location.
Okay. Eight six two 5229.
Okay.
Sorry, I had somebody walk in my office.
Oh, you're good.
Mm-hmm. Eight six two 5232. Okay.
All right. Okay, so now we need to go and download your payment files, your 835 files from last week. So you can go to download and file status. It's going to be new. Category will be remittance advice. And then it should be just today's date.
Just today's date.
Yeah, I believe. Let's search that and just make sure. Okay, let's go back a little bit then.
So one thing I noticed is on that one document that you sent, Jessica, it had a date range that was greater than today. Like it said that the eligibility files were ready immediately, but then other one, it just said, it made me think, oh, maybe they won't be ready on Wednesday. So we might, I don't know if you want to, I'm going to pull that up.
The 835 files, Lori?
Hang on a second. Yeah, it said that both of them were approved, but it says the electronic remittance will start on or before 8/11.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And the 270, it says the effective immediately.
So it probably won't be available till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we won't be able to look at these, unfortunately. It still shows up in your payment history, so you know that that payment's coming. Luckily, it'll just be next week, it sounds like.
I mean, it said on or before. I mean, we can still check, but for the other clinic too, but if that's why it's not there, that's probably why.
let's just be safe and go back to last week, just in case we need to show last week's date, submission date. I really think it's today's date, but I just want to be safe. Yeah.
I went to the last Wednesday, so.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the other location and try this.
Yay, Emily's here. Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Emily.
Emily.
Sorry, I had to go get my COVID shot.
No problem.
You mean to the back to the
Yeah, go ahead and
28th
go
on
back
this
to
one?
last Wednesday. It's fine. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to wait a little bit on this, but it's the same process.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And it did say immediately on the 270, Laurie. Laurie, you still with us?
Yes, I was taking a screenshot and I just sent it to you in Teams.
Oh, okay. Approved for 835. Okay. 837 production and 270. I wonder, well, it showed payment history on there, so we should be
Yeah.
good.
And I was
Okay.
thinking the same thing, like maybe they weren't
Maybe we
ready
need
to upload, but
Jessica, I would, or whoever, I'm not sure who calls us OHCA for you guys. I would just go ahead and reconfirm that the production 837s that we sent last week are going to be basically, they're going to give you a 835 file, on or before 811. It just makes me a little bit leery that they're saying you may now begin submission of the 837 productions, and that's actually the claim file. So just reconfirm that, that everything with that went through, and you'll be getting, payment showing up soon.
like if you pull up your letter that you sent us.
Yeah.
you
The
know what I mean?
approval letter.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Because it
Approved
said,
for 835 transactions.
yeah, and so that's the what we're trying to download right now. And so we've been approved for it, but then what's a little bit concerning, what Rhonda's saying, is that second box. It said, and then this date was August 2. It said you may
Yeah.
begin submission of the 837, and that's the claim file that we saw that there's a payment out there. We just want to make sure we don't need to re-upload it again. Because
Okay, we can call them today.
yeah, and I mean,
Okay.
try to do it before noon, because that's today, noon's the deadline in case we need to re-upload it again.
Yes.
Okay, but the eligibility and all that stuff, that should be ready in a few hours.
Okay.
The ones that we just uploaded, the 271.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to go through kind of a workflow for, this really is kind of a weekly thing. Some things you would do daily, or it's really up to your agency, but definitely on a weekly basis, things that you're billing people or whoever's managing like the eligibility uploads and the billing process would need to, reference this sheet and make sure that you follow this workflow. And so we've just kind of outlined some things on here that just as a prompt to remind you of things that you need to do. And so that's what we're going to go through today.
And I
Okay.
emailed it to you, but I'm sharing it on my screen right now. So you guys will probably want to print it. You can put notes on it or whatever, but this is just a good kind of high level overview of what needs to happen in Go Health. And then you guys may want to assign who's doing it and then decide. We put recommended frequency, but just it's kind of like a don't forget to do this kind of stuff document. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Okay, well, I was going to let them share their screen and just have them walk through, how to find these things. Maybe we
Okay.
can answer any questions.
Okay, so I sent it in your email if you guys want to pull it up. So you can, we can be toggling back and forth from between Go Health and this document. I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. So the first thing on here is the void report. So let's switch over to Go Health. Okay. And yeah, go out of here. And then you can just type void over in that search bar over there. Oh, looks like we need to give access to it. Okay. Back out of do you have an I or an L there?
An I.
Okay, perfect. So backspace and put access in that field. Okay, and go to access privileges. And select your group. I'm pretty sure, who are you logged in as right now?
Jessica as me.
Okay, and does Jessica have development access?
Yeah, she
I
does.
don't think so. Oh, I do?
I think
Probably. So let's select the development group there. I just want to make sure that that group has access, and go to tools and reports. And then let's find the void report down at the bottom. Okay, so that one has access. So let's go to hit your home field or your home button to the left and type in tools in that search bar and go to tools reports configuration. Okay, so let's go to, we'll put this under claim management for right now. Hit the claim management tab and select voids. And you can also put this under the system admin tab. So if you want to hit that tab as well and select voids. Okay, now you can back out of here. Okay, and you should go to be able to go to those tabs and see voids on there now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what am I putting in here now?
Oh, you could just click on the voids icon that's there. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. All right. So one thing to note about this is the void report, for a claim to show up on the void report, one of two things needs to happen. Either the claim has been edited in claim management, or one of your staff has gone into their actual note and clicked on modify billing. I don't know if you guys remember seeing that, but once a note is finalized, if it's a billable note or form, the staff themselves have the ability to modify the billing. And if they do that, so maybe they chose the wrong day or the wrong time or the wrong service code, once they do that and they submit that change, that original claim will show up on your voids report. So that's what this is for. So this gives you a way to know exactly which claims have been touched, and so that you can go over to your payer And if the payer has paid on those claims, you can void those claims over in their system and then show them as processed here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put a start date of 7/1 to today's end date.
So
Okay, and then go and
And-
choose, yeah, today is fine. And you may not have a lot showing up here. And then just hit your check mark. Okay, yeah, we don't have any. I tell you what, let's go ahead and go to, let's go back to Go Health. I do want to show how this works. So let's go back to Go Health and go to Bart's chart. And we'll just make a, therapy note for him for today.
Okay.
And go ahead and hit enter. And go to progress notes and find your therapy note. And we'll just add, actually, you can go into one of those. So hit your 3-line, your archive view, which is the 3 lines on the left. Okay, so choose any of those finalized forms. Okay, so if you see where it says modify billing up there?
yes.
Okay, so click on that. And we're going to change the date from 6/24 to today. Okay, now you'll see we want to go ahead and put back in the place of service here because we probably made those place of services active as of 7/1. Okay, so now you can hit submit correction. Okay, and it says claim successfully corrected. So if you go back to your void report, and run it for today. That's good. Oh, I bet we don't have test clients showing up here. Shoot. We'd have to do this on a real client. Well, okay. I forgot we hide test clients from these reports so that you guys don't end up with a bunch of test data out there. I can't think of a thing. I can't think of a way to test this unless, Laura, if you want to share your screen and we can test it in one of our sandboxes.
Okay, which one do you mean to go to?
Just go to J2's box. I really do want you to make sure that you all understand how to do this, because this is a really important, part of the process.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second, I'm getting logged in. Okay, it's not wanting to log. Let me see if I can get to another one. The ones. There we go.
And, you guys can decide if you want to do this on it. Number one, you need to decide who the person is that's going to be doing this. And it would be, make the most sense that whoever is in OHCA, processing claims or would be in Waystar processing claims, really needs to probably be that person. And it needs to be done on a very consistent basis. So either daily or weekly, twice a week, something like that, whatever schedule you choose. All right, so let's just choose one of those therapy notes, Laurie. You can do that 7/16 one or whatever.
I'll do that one.
7/12, yeah, it's finalized. Okay, so we're just going to make it for today's date. and then hit submit correction. Okay. Now we go to, and again, your staff have the ability to do this. That modify billing button shows up for the staff that submitted the note.
So it tells you who goes in and changes.
Okay. Were we in Bart?
Yes.
Let's go to this. Let's just pick this person and see if we can find something for them. Well, in fact, let's just do it from here. We'll just go from here. So you see here that we've got some line items here. So basically this tells you that someone has touched this claim. So what you'll want to do is go to, the payer for this specific claim and see if that claim has been paid. If it has, you'll want to void it out of their system. And once you've voided it out of their system, you'll click on voided here. And then that will remove it off of this. So if you click again, Laurie, on the check mark at the top, it's removed it from this report. So basically, this is just a way for you to know what claims have been touched in your system so that if the payer has paid, you can go into that system and void the payment and then come over here and say, okay, I've voided it. We're all good. And what happens is the original claim, of course, shows up here. And when whatever they've modified it to, it creates a new claim within your system to get batched out in the next run.
Does that make sense, you guys? What she's saying?
So if if a note was finished and say it denied and they went back to modify it, would it bill out again if they batched it and send it out again?
No,
It's
it's really not for like denied claims. It's really just those instances where, and it could have already been denied. I mean, that could be a case, but it's going to be any instance to where a staff goes in and they realize I put the wrong date, I put the wrong time, whatever.
okay.
They can go in and edit the note themselves and make that change. And so the original claim, since something about the billing information was touched or was modified for that original claim will now show up on this report so that you can go and check to see if that original claim was paid. Because say they made a mistake and they, billed for 30 minutes when it should have been, or let's say an hour when it should have been 30 minutes. You're going to need to void, if that hour claim, original claim got paid, you're going to want to void that original claim. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense now.
Okay. So this is just a way for you to know which claims have been edited, in a way that would affect the actual billing information for the claim. And, it just puts them on this list as a line item, and you can go into the payer and see if they've been paid. And if so, void it in their system and then come over here and mark it as, I've worked this claim basically. Now, again, like I said, once they make that modify billing submission, it will create the new claim for you. You don't have to worry about the new claim. It will be automatically created and it will go in the next batch.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, so I'm looking on our notes to see if there's anything on here that we should cover about that. No, I think it's all pretty self-explanatory there. All right, so let's go to the 837 rejection report, and you guys can share your screen again.
Now you want me to go to what?
837 rejection. There you go. Okay, and you can just hit submit here. Okay, so these are all of the claims in your system that are being held. They're not going to a batch because something needs to be corrected on them. And this is the one that we've already covered with you guys. I just want to make sure that you fully understand it. And if we need to answer any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay. I mean, I think so.
This is what I'm sending today.
No, these are the ones that were
Oh, you
rejected.
did? Okay. These are fantastic. It's for 12 o'clock today. So I need to go.
And remember, they're rejected from Go Health.
Right, from making it to your claim batch file, your 837 batch file.
Because
So-
she's not
Yeah.
with Laconia.
Okay.
Yeah, so understand that they won't ever make it to a batch until whatever it is that, you know, is in this last column is fixed.
Okay.
Okay?
So like
Um,
the last column, it says check clinician NPI. So OHCA, when there's something that's incorrect, it will say something weird. Like it might say check clinician NPI, but it's really the patient's date of birth is wrong. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
We just have to go in and look.
Like, is this like the rejected reason pretty spot on of what it is?
it may not match. Really, these are our edits. So we don't like talk to, in this process, we're not talking to OHCA. We're just trying to scrub your claims before they go out the door. So let's just look at, well, let's start with the first one. Rachel Richardson.
I would say, Jessica, to answer your question, yes. If it says check clinician NPI, there is something wrong in the personnel profile for that staff
Yes,
with the
Okay.
NPI. So that's what we need to go look at.
right.
Can you
So-
work them from?
Say that again.
Can you work the claim from this?
Well, you're going to go and just fix whatever it is. So what I was going to say was, let's go ahead and start at the first here. So let's take your first client here, says that check client state. So let's go to Emma Epperson's chart.
So I have to go back home?
Or you can have another tab open, actually.
Oh, okay. I did too.
And we really need to go ahead and submit one this morning. So let's work these as many as we can.
Okay.
So let's go to client data. All right. So you'll see here that we need to select a city here.
Alqual's not on here? Or am I blind?
Go to the very top. Maybe David put it at the very top for you guys. Yeah,
Oh,
he
there
did.
it is. I mean,
Yeah, and go ahead and do the state as well. We try to make things easy for you guys. All right, so go down to the bottom of this window and hit save. And you may just have to put NA if you don't know that information right now.
It should be on the EV.
And you'll have to put NA on the phone as well. Or just 0 or something. Okay, so now if you go back to your 837 report, and let's just go ahead and open up another tab. So you can reference these, you know, and not have to go back and forth.
this one?
Uh-huh. Now you should see that that is removed from, and it's gone. Okay.
That's not bad.
All right. So now let's go back to your other Go Health tab, and we'll take care of Amanda's NPI.
Which looks like that's a lot of them that are in there. So
Yeah.
Get her NPI corrected. It should clear up.
Right.
These.
So do you see why it's really important that someone consistently work this report?
Yes.
Okay. So you can type personnel over in that search bar. Okay, So she doesn't have any NPI in here, which she's going to have that, the taxonomy and the rendering zip before her claims are going to go out.
I think the taxonomy is that one.
If you don't know for sure, you can go to that NPI search and it will tell you.
Or I would imagine it's the same as for the other staff, right?
Yes.
They would need to look up an LCSW.
Yeah.
I think I have. Yes. Found it.
And you may want to make those uppercase. I'm not sure that it matters, but just to be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. And the one thing I'm not positive about is if the rendering zip has to have the last 4. Do you happen to know what it is for her?
No.
Let's save changes and look up another one of your therapists. Because it should be the same rendering zip. Well, it's going to be the rendering zip that would be on her profile in OHCA.
Which is this one. I don't remember what it was. Yeah.
And I have it written down.
Is she new to your?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to just one of your somebody that you know that is already set up in your system
You
and
mean
see
to
what
save
they're
changes?
rendering.
Yeah. Hit save changes. Yeah. The fact that nothing dropped down or like there's something, but yeah.
Oh, no. $16.75.
I mean, if you feel like that's valid. Do you have like a way to verify that for her?
Well, they're all under this address for the
Okay.
office in OHTA. So
Okay. So then that probably is it. I think she was 1-5. Huh. That's acting very strange. Oh, I think it's your
That's really
connection is really slow.
yeah.
Okay.
Did I say 1675?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's save that. So now if you go back to your 837 tab, you should be able to hit go and see that those are gone.
Do I hit the check mark?
Uh-huh. Okay. So you've got, looks like some more states and the payer ID, we need to check on that client. So if you want to go back over to your other tab and go into Ryan's chart.
I don't know why it's going so slow. Would it be under the client data center?
Uh-huh, yeah, because check the state or check that it's probably that city again. Nope, that's in there. I wonder if it just got added recently. Just to be safe, let's go ahead and add, select the city again and let's hit save. Yeah, and just hit save. Okay, go back to your 837. Check client state. Okay, all right, so that one's good. And then on this Joyce, we're going to check their payer ID. So once you get into the chart, you'll go to client guarantors.
I found it.
All right, so see there's no payer ID for this client, so that's why they're not showing up. Okay. So since we're so close to the end of our time, I'll let you guys fix that one later. But let's go ahead and do an 837 file for this week. So if you'll go back to tools.
Sorry, I'm having to jump on Jessica's computer. She got
Oh,
called
okay.
because you need to do something. So, okay, you said go to the tools and reports and the
Mhm.
837
Yep.
rejection report.
No, go to upload, download,
Oh,
and file management. All right, so now we're going to export 837 OHCA.
okay.
And just like before, you'll choose each location and create your file. And download. And then refresh your screen.
And do the same
Uh-huh.
one for the
Yeah.
other one.
Same one for the non-native.
But that one.
You should
Okay.
just,
Okay.
there we go. Okay.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's go to OHCA and get those uploaded so we can make the noon deadline.
Do you know which one you're in, Jessica? I'm in native. Yeah. Okay. And it's upload files, right? Yeah. And this is submitting a batch, right?
Right. This is claim submission professional.
And you said you're in the native. Mm-hmm. What did we name it again? You can't put the dashes, number. I thought you couldn't put the slices. Can you put the dashes? We can try it.
I think the dashes is fine. It's just the slashes that.
And you said this is native again. Mm-hmm. Was there anything else that we need to put in the file name?
Well, I would put either claim file or 837. That way you know that it's your actual claim file.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's 8625330. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you're going to go to your other location.
And It's 862-5334. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. All right. So since we're almost out of time, we're going to need to set up another call to cover the rest of the things on this list.
Right.
Definitely make sure that whoever you guys have designated to do these functions will be on that call.
Right.
And then you guys are going to follow up with the OHCA just to make sure that last week's claim files have gotten processed.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we set up another one? I definitely think we should do one for next Wednesday for sure. But
Oh, yeah.
But Rhonda, do you think we should do one before then to keep going through this document?
Yeah, I would like to, and if we need to retouch on some things on Wednesday, that's fine. But I think one before Wednesday would be good.
So
Yeah.
how about
Friday?
Monday? Would that work?
Could you guys do Friday possibly? We have I think three meetings Monday.
Friday will not work for me.
Okay. What about Tuesday?
Tuesday would work. Rhonda, does that work for you?
Tuesday works anytime, basically in the afternoon would be
Now, why don't
good.
we say like 1 o'clock, and we'll for sure do like a solid hour. That work?
Okay.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll send an invite for that. And I've recorded this, so I'm gonna send you the link to this as soon as it's ready to go for what we've talked about today. Okay?
Okay.
But-
And did you want to go ahead and set up the time for Wednesdays or just wait until
Yeah, I'll
Tuesday?
do Wednesday again. I'll do one for like, say
Okay.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
So 9 o'clock Wednesday, 1 o'clock Tuesday. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And will you guys just let us know via email what they say about that file?
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Perfect. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You
Bye-bye.
too.